Oh, Mother Superior, I've got a present for you.
Hello, and welcome to the final podcast.
Yeah, boy, your final bros are here. Brian Apple LaGrosse and Shane Thrashing Pulsating Cock Smith. Oh boy, it's the Christmas season.
It's the end of the Christmas season. And what a better way to end it than Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2. Well, if you like the first one, you'll get to watch it again.
This movie is an hour and about 28 minutes, where 48 minutes of the movie are the first movie, interspersed with Ricky's eyebrows.
Oh my God. I mean, you're not wrong.
This man's eyebrows.
His eyebrow work. He's got like this fake voice where he tries to be like very intimidating, tries to be a scary character, tries to spook and intimidate the doctor and some of the other characters in the movie, and it just comes off so poorly executed.
What's up, Doc?
Like the pauses, like it's full on forced dramatic pauses that just drive you absolutely nuts. Plus his eyeworks are like his eyebrows. The eyebrow magic of this movie is insane.
Young and stupid. His quotes, like he has some very iconic quotes in this movie. Like the way he, obviously the famous garbage day. Yeah. But there's this other stuff he says that when he's talking to like the doctor are just they're wild. Like he also is just like fuck off. Doc.
Doc.
He just his Doc. Emphasis on words is just I don't even know how to describe it. His eyebrow movement, all of it is just
there's a lot happening with his face, that's for sure. The guy who plays Ricky, I don't know his filmography, but all I'm going to say is that maybe the acting thing is not for him.
I want to see how many movies he was in. He was in 18 things. Let's see. What we got here. He was in an episode of Twilight Zone, Monster, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. It's nothing like anyone's ever heard of.
Well, I will say,
yeah, nothing. He's in nothing.
The first movie, Silent Night, Deadly Night, was definitely 80s cheese for sure.
Oh, God,
We're talking cheese, but it had the charm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It had the charm. And it was a decent story of, like, trauma kind of being recreated through this idea of Christmas and Santa because he saw his parents get brutally murdered by a guy in Santa Claus outfit. This is probably a series that shouldn't have been more than one movie, if we're being totally honest.
Well, because like we said, the first 48 minutes of this movie is the first movie. Like, there's no like.
So it's carried on through the younger brother of Billy, who's Billy was the killer last one.
It's Ricky.
This is Ricky, who was very young, it was a baby in the car.
And I love as a baby, he is able to describe the entire brutal murder of his parents. I think he says Bobby described it to him, and that's how he remembers it, but he goes into pretty big detail.
They do sort of set this up at the end of the last movie, if I'm not mistaken, potentially, because Ricky just sees, like, the brutal murder, like,
of his brother.
Growing up in the orphanage of his brother. But, I mean, the way, and we're going to get into it in a while, is that they just kick it off with him, like, being already, like, committed and already done bad.
Yeah.
Pretty much already. And you're kind of, like, getting a retelling of how he got this way.
Yes.
They just spend about 45-plus minutes rehashing recycled footage from Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yes. So let's not do what they did, and let's jump right into our final Christmas spooky pit.
Okay, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2, released in 1987. Ricky, now grown up and institutionalized, talks to a psychiatrist about the events following his brother's death that led him to become a murderer. Directed by Lee Harry, it stars Eric Freeman, the great Eric Freeman as Ricky, James Newman as Dr. Bloom, Elizabeth Catan as Jennifer, and Jean Miller as Mother Superior, who I have to believe is a different Mother Superior.
It was a different. Right? It was definitely a different actress. Why did they give her like tumors growing out of her face?
I don't know. I guess they tried to make it like so it wasn't like such a big like disparity in the way they looked
from like different actresses.
Well, you clearly could see it anyway.
Yeah, so you don't just need to give her face tumors. All right, so this movie, like Ryan says, it opens up in an institution. Ricky is being interviewed by the doctor, and the doctor's like, "Who killed your parents?" And then we see the entire first scene of the movie. So as we are going to do, refer to episode 84 or 86. Yeah.
See episode 86 for the rehash. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. So the plot starts and he is in an institution. He is seeing a psychiatrist rehashing the events essentially of what happened right after his brother was murdered. He saw it. What happened. He does talk a lot about like the events of what happened to his parents, and the big thing is he tries to intimidate like
the doctor.
He's like, "Oh, doc," he's like trying to challenge him almost, like thinking like you're not going to get into my head, but he's like, "I'm going to tell you from my perspective essentially. I'm not going to let you like psychiatrist me though. You're not going to get in here essentially." So he tries to pull like this tough guy act, reflected in his voice and eyebrows for sure.
Yeah, no, he's like, "Oh, am I wasting your valuable time, Doc?"
Doc.
He always emphasizes Doc. What is with us in doing movies now where people just emphasize certain words? Like, forget last movie, slut? And now we got him going, Doc. It's like, these actors think that if you just throw a big emphasis on the last word of your sentence when it's a certain word, it's like, it's character development or something.
Yeah, tries to be clever. In any case, this movie does lead up to a fantastic scene later on. It's a very good culminating scene. I mean, it's not good, but it's entertaining as fuck.
Definitely is.
Are we gonna actually rehash?
Let's just give like brief like things, because we've done this. So I'm just gonna say, the parents, they are stopped in the middle of the road by a Santa Claus. The Santa Claus then shoots and kills the dad. Is about to rape the mom, but instead just cuts her throat. And then he just leaves the two children behind. And that's what happens there.
That's the background. That's the background story. And both kids saw that, so they're traumatized by Christmas, especially Billy. But it kind of bleeds into that because what happens is basically when they're in the orphanage, they are just constantly punished by Mother Superior, who's like the head of the orphanage. They're punished, disciplined rather frequently. Yeah. And I guess this combined with their trauma from Christmas has led them to, whenever they see Christmas stuff, they just PTSD, and they start
rebelling
punishing others. Yeah.
So like, it's tough because like we have to talk about some of it, otherwise this review will be 24 minutes long. So like, there's a flashback where Ricky is talking about how Bobby saw two people having sex. And then Mother Superior punishes Bobby and being like, "That's very, very naughty. And we punish those who are naughty." Mm-hmm. And that's it's just like a lot of remembering that Billy was beaten by Mother Superior repeatedly.
Quite a bit.
He also punches Santa Claus in the mouth in one scene.
From the first one, yeah. Socks him because he doesn't want to sit on his lap. Yeah.
So Billy then eventually got older. He was like 18. They sent him to work at Iris Toys, where he had to dress up as Santa Claus and pretend he was Santa Claus.
Yeah, and he did start like, he was doing okay for a while. I mean, then he started developing feelings for that girl.
Yes. I don't remember her name. We talked about it in the first review. Refer to that if you want to remember her name.
Refer to episode 86. But yeah, so like he starts like being Santa and having to relive this made him, actually the people in the store thought he did a great job.
Yeah. Instead, like when the girls like was crying, he's like, "I punish those who are very, very naughty." His like head vibrates
as kids.
Yeah. Well, apparently the key to making sure kids are good is to tell them you're going to brutally murder them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's parenting. Pabst Blue Ribbon, hard coffee, mocha. Very good. Just want to throw that out there.
Very good. And I'm the one that brought it to the group, I think.
Yeah, no, you introduced it to us. No one else ever would have done that.
Look, I'm not trying to like say like, oh, I brought this in, but like I thought I was the one that talked about it first. Right?
You were. You like no one else had ever mentioned it or shown you it. Like you just found it at the store, and then you were like, Shane, I got something nice I got to show you.
We're gonna be start drinking these all the time.
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday. Yep. Okay, so now Ricky describes in great detail something he had never seen because he was at a orphanage. So how he knows every single step Billy made makes no sense for the plot of this movie.
Not at all. How do you see... And it's not even like they can get the story from Billy because Billy's dead.
Yeah.
So I don't know how he almost can see life through Billy's eyes.
So that's the thing. Like, no one actually would know what happened at Iris Toys except Billy because he's the only survivor. And Billy dies before he ever tells anyone. So this is just padding.
It makes no sense either.
Yeah. So we see Billy go on his rampage. He literally... It all starts because he sees the crush he has, the girl he likes at Iris Toys, being about to be raped by some guy.
Well, they start hooking up, and then... Like,
but he gets very forceful.
It's Andy, the stockroom, like manager, and he starts getting forceful.
Because she is yelling, like, stop.
It's just like a weird, like, trope with these. So he actually, like, kills him, strungs him up with Christmas lights, right?
It's actually insane because I don't think he's strong enough to just hold him up with one hand with Christmas lights.
Well, that's one thing they do about Billy. Pretty, like... And they kind of do the same thing with Ricky. They just make them, like, these...
super strong.
Raw strength, these guys.
Yeah.
For sure.
Physical specimens.
Absolute, yeah.
Couple
of liver kings right there.
Oh, yeah, because they would never take steroids.
No.
Only eating liver.
That's it.
Very topical of us. Yeah, so Ricky, he just talks about what Billy did. That Billy killed them. He then went and he killed this other woman and threw this guy out of a window, killing him. We see then Billy kill the cop at the orphanage. We see the cops gun down. See, I thought in the first movie they said that was a priest, a deaf priest. But Ricky says that was the janitor.
I'm pretty sure it was a father... It was they mentioned it was the father.
They fuck up in the second movie because when Ricky talks, he says it was a janitor.
No,
and that's incorrect, right?
Unless they were trying to make it, unless they were trying to like do what we're talking about, where like Ricky didn't see it through the eye, so he would get some details wrong.
Okay, wait, did the movie do something good?
Oh, look at that!
Oh my God,
we can't give it credit. They fucked up.
Yeah, they definitely just 100%. Fucked up. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. Eventually. It's sick because I think we've been doing this review for 10 minutes and we're at the 48-minute mark of this movie.
Correct.
Ricky sees his brother gunned down and killed in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, doesn't blood like splatter onto Ricky's face when his brother gets shot?
It does. That's the thing. And he recalls that. So now he's seen and has vivid memory as a toddler of his parents' death.
Yes.
And now he's got a very, very clear memory, being a young kid, of his brother dying in front of him with the blood splattering only on his face and nobody else's.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we've all talked about this in our previous reviews. Refer to episode 86.
So now the real review of Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 starts, because now this is all fresh content.
This is fresh content.
And we have literally hit the 50-minute mark of the movie, so there's about 38 minutes left.
If I could just say one more thing, Shane, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
For anything you want to see that we just spoke about, refer to episode 86.
Yes.
You know, just watch, listen to episode 86. Everything now is going to be new content. But before, just episode 86 is the one you want to listen to.
Yes, you'll get everything. All right, so Ricky's going to talk about his loving family who adopts him, and he's very lucky because they are Jewish and they don't celebrate Christmas.
The Rosenbergs?
The Rosenbergs. They couldn't have picked a more Jewish last name.
No, unless they went with like Goldfarb or Silverstein.
Yeah, you know.
That's just a band.
Yeah. So Ricky, his step-parents actually seem very caring and loving and well-to-do until Ricky has a little spasm because he sees nuns. And nuns are a big trigger to Ricky. Which makes sense.
Yeah, and look, Shane, just I know that in this movie, nuns are a trigger for him. In your past, nuns could be a trigger for you. Question for you, though. Do you plan on getting married in sweatpants?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally live my life in sweatpants. Why would I not get married in sweatpants?
I know, that's what I'm saying. I thought about that.
Yeah.
I later, like, awake at night thinking, like...
Will I get married in sweatpants?
Yeah.
The answer is actually yes, and all of my groomsmen will have to wear sweatpants.
Literally epic.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, 100%.
Good slurp.
Shit is good.
I know.
And you can just chug it. It's great. So the parents are like, hey, our son might be broken. Should we give him back?
Can we please return our son? Return to sender?
Yeah, we left the barcode on him. But they're like, no, he'll be okay. And the parents are like, okay, we'll keep him. Cut to 4 years later, the dad's cooked. He's dead.
Yeah.
We're at the funeral. Ricky's like, it was the first time in my life I felt real sadness.
Oh, God, the fucking worst.
And he just starts wandering into the woods. He ages a little while wandering into the woods. And he sees a couple just having a nice little picnic in a grassy field.
Is it grassy or is it like a beach? Am I wrong?
I thought it was a field. It's a field. It's like a meadow. A meadow.
Meadow?
Yeah, it's a meadow.
It wouldn't be. It was not marshy. There was
no, it's a
water.
meadow. It's a meadow.
It was just clean grass.
Yeah.
Meadow. Okay.
Meadow. We're calling it a meadow.
Did it have a good view? It had a good view, right?
Yeah, great view. The couple, they're starting to get a little handsy. They're kissing, but the guy gets a little too handsy, and she's like, Kenny, I told you I don't want to do that now.
I want to go slow, Kenny. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay. Kenny, I want to go slow. Real slow, Kenny.
I actually don't know if his name is Kenny.
I don't know.
I thought it was.
But he's dipping in. He wants
dipping-
more.
Yeah.
He doesn't stop.
No.
I don't know why 80s men get so, or at least the personification of 80s men are so rapey.
So that's the thing. And I get it. Some people come off as rapey, but in every horror movie, every guy comes off as pretty rapey for the most part.
Is the brain just different? Because for me, if a girl doesn't want me, I just immediately I don't want her. But for some reason, when people get told no in these movies,
it's all about the chase.
It's all about oh well, you're saying no, I'm actually going to give it to you.
Yeah. See, that's weird, but it is what it is.
You're saying no, but I'm saying
yes. I'm saying yes. Wait, that's forgetting a quote from Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street. He's like, your mouth is saying no, but your body is saying yes. Yeah, so she tells him to go, and he's like, oh, fine, I'll go get another beer. So he goes to get a beer at his car, which Ricky is sitting in the driver's seat. And this scene, I don't know if you laughed at this. He runs over the guy and then just keeps going back and forth. And you see the bump with the truck. And then, so this is a completely different contrasting reaction to when Billy saved the girl.
Yes.
The girl that Ricky saved, she's like, thank you.
Yeah. It's weird because even the future parts of this movie, the girls really react more of oh, you killed this person, really negatively.
Yeah.
But this person was just you prevented my rape. Thank you.
Yeah. So, no cops are called. They just both leave the body in the meadow and call it a day. So at this point, Ricky's kind of an anti-hero, right? He's just saving women in distress. Mm-hmm. And that's going to continue because the next scene Ricky talks about is there's a guy getting hassled for some money in an alleyway.
Oh, yeah, and I think, I don't know about in this scene. The previous scene, just, as he observes, he's, literally just, saying under his breath, it's punish.
Yeah, he says, punish.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah, but now he's,
he's an Avenger.
He's 18. The dude's fucking washing dishes, being a bar back, I guess. But now, you're right, back alley. He's seeing, who the fuck is this guy? This is supposed to be, a mock gangster?
Some guy from The Sopranos is just hassling some short guy for money. And Ricky goes up to him and he's like, get out of the way or you're going to have some problems, bud.
Oh.
You like my accent?
That was supposed to be Ricky.
Oh, no, that was the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, get out of the way. We're going to have some problems
Tommy
here.
Vercetti shit?
Yes. Some Ray Liotta cocaine bear.
Oh, nice.
But,
Chantix.
Yeah.
A whole bit.
So I like how as soon as they say that, they just cut off camera to garbage because they don't know how to film this properly, and you just see the body fly into the garbage.
Yes,
so you're supposed to assume Ricky tossed the man.
He's super strong. This guy's big. He's big. He probably weighs more than him. So absolutely not going to be thrown over that dead weight.
But Ricky's able to hold him up by one hand again into the air like his brother Billy. Superhuman strength. And he just looks. Dude, the looks he gives where he looks at the umbrella and then he's like,
well, there's this thing where if your parents die, you just get much stronger.
Stronger, right?
Let's look at
Spider-Man,
Billy.
Yes.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So the key to eternal strength is dead parents.
Yes.
Okay. This makes a lot of sense.
But it's got to be in a tragic way. You know what I mean?
True. It has to be they were going on a road trip in Paris and their car flipped off a bridge into the Eiffel Tower and blew up. And then...
Exactly. And then, like, you are adopted by Belgians.
Yes. Sounds like a storyline to Austin Powers. So Ricky takes the umbrella out from the trash. I actually love this scene. And he shoves the umbrella through him. But I love that he then opens the umbrella.
Great scene. Literally impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Actually just can't happen. It just can't happen. Like, how are you going to shove an entire umbrella through a human?
Right? I love how, like, when he opens it, there's just blood all around the umbrella.
So, in all fairness, the tip looked really sharp.
The tip would go in. I don't think you could get the whole umbrella through. The guy's not made of fucking pudding. Like...
Literally less than zero chance.
Like, I do agree. You could get that metal rod part in.
That tip looked really sharp.
Yes. But, like, the whole umbrella, wouldn't that not work? That wouldn't work.
None of this would work, Shane.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I'm questioning the logic of a Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, but here I am. You know, it's episode like 139. What are we on?
Poke fucking holes. This is what we do.
Yeah. So, going from here, Ricky's going to be like, just, you know, he's like, I was there. I stopped them. And then the doctor's going to be like, well, what about Jennifer?
Jennifer. Oh, I loved Jennifer.
And Ricky's like,
I loved Jennifer.
Yeah. Isn't this where he's like, fuck off, Doc? His face is just like no human face I've ever seen, the way it moves.
He's just like so like sporadic. Like, he wants to talk, he doesn't want to talk, but he wants to talk on his own terms. At least he wants you to think that, and he ends up spilling everything anyway.
Let's talk about this little meet cute they have.
Okay.
Where Ricky's on his motorcycle, leather jacket, looking like Bike Mananti.
Oh.
And she's going to drive her car into him. He's going to fall over in the most exaggerated...
Yeah, he just falls over.
She's going to get up. He looks pissed until he sees those slender legs.
And the camera just goes up, and she just smiles, and all is forgiven.
She's like, I hit you with my car.
Love at first crash.
Yeah, and they're dating now.
They're dating now.
They go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
And this is another justified kill. Because if I had this guy in my movie theater, I would hope Ricky was there.
That guy, and this is off screen, right?
Yeah.
This guy is the worst.
Dun, 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 dun.
But the thing is, like, he like tries to get affirmation from his buddy.
Yeah.
And his buddy's like, fucking just like, doesn't want to even talk to him.
Yeah, his buddy's like, dude, I literally want to watch the movie.
Yeah. This guy's the worst.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. He's like, start the movie.
And like Ricky's just shooting him these like devil stares.
Oh my god!
And he actually calls him out.
Yeah. Well, because when Ricky goes to kiss Jennifer, he's like, "You gonna kiss her, dude? You gonna kiss her?" And then he doesn't. He's like, "That's what I thought." And Ricky's like, "Give me a second." So he goes back there. While he's back there, though, Chip, right? Chip,
the ex-boyfriend,
shows up
right straight out of like.
So is Jennifer like a stripper, or like? Because the way he talks, he's like that they met at like a club and she used to be with other clients. I don't know. It was like weird.
I don't know.
Right? The way he phrases
the escort. I don't know.
Right? That's what I was thinking. Because then she's like, "You got how much are you paying her?"
Yeah.
When like with Chip's other girl.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is all kind of strange and weird and yeah, you know.
Chip just does that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So. Chip's like harassing Jennifer because Jennifer has made it abundantly clear. Like, just like leave me alone.
He's pulling it on hard. She's like, I have a boyfriend now?
Yeah. So get out of my face. In the meantime, Rick, I actually love this scene where the guy, he's like talking to his buddy. He's like, what's going to happen next in this movie? Yo, this is kind of wild.
Yeah,
then he finally leans in and Ricky is just there staring him down and you just see him go like... down into him. You don't see how he kills him, but you just hear the...
Yep.
So, literally, this is another movie where they just kind of keep cutting from scene to scene.
He's taking care of all these people in the middle of a movie theater, albeit it doesn't look packed. There's still other people there.
Yeah, there was a couple in between them.
Yeah.
So, no one questions what happened there.
Nope. Just took care of them. And how did he take care of the friend so fast?
I don't know.
Poor guy didn't even do anything.
No, he was just trying to watch a movie. So, we're going to cut to the couple, Jennifer and Ricky, are walking through the street. Nice little stroll.
This is a nice stroll.
Chip is going to be there with his car. His car's broken down.
You know, that's a shame. And it's like right where they were going, and it's conveniently broken down there. Isn't it a nice car?
Yeah, where are the odds? Where are the odds? And Chip's going to be like, oh, is this your new man? This big idiot? What's he? He does call him like, he just keep like hammering in like he's a big oaf or something.
Yeah, they're just like a big goon.
Yeah.
But like, I guess he just starts to disrespect him and still starts to go with Jennifer. But he's had enough. Ricky's gonna step in, and boy does he ever. He needs help with his car.
Yeah, he does.
He needs to get that jumped. But he ends up taking the cables and just fucking fries him.
Yeah, he sticks the jumper cables into the guy's mouth. It's actually pretty like fake, but also kind of cool because like when it's electrocuting his mouth, it's clearly a dummy.
Oh yeah.
But it seemed like the actual like eye explosion through the sunglasses was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
And Jennifer has the very rational reaction of, "I hate you, Ricky. I hate you."
Yeah, like it's kind of like the girl in the toy store from the first movie.
Yeah.
She just has the exact opposite reaction because he killed her ex-lover.
Yeah.
Goes fucking nuts. And of course, in the fashion of like, oh, now she's nuts and like she's acting naughty. I got to displace of her.
Well, he does say, doesn't he say, punish? So I love her reaction to him saying punish, where she's like, uh-oh. She literally says it.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
When her strangle face is so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like when she's getting strangled and her tongue's just like
going nuts. Yeah, it goes everywhere.
It's just like, it's so fakely being strangled. It's bad. This is just when
this is
the script has been flipped.
This is the switch. This is the takedown of a suburban community with people that are really not even naughty.
No.
They're just taking out the trash. They're like literally doing their day to day. They don't deserve this shit.
No, they're just going about their business. So first, out of nowhere, a cop shows up.
Correct.
There's now just a cop who has been watching this unfold. He's like, okay, Buster, you're going to get these cuffs on nice and slow.
Come on, buddy.
And he's like, he just walks up to him, basically handing him the gun. He's like, I don't want any funny business.
He like literally lofts the gun into the air.
Turn the gun into shooting the cop directly in the forehead, and the cop's look on his face.
Stunned.
Yeah. I was like, dude.
Now he's got a gun.
And he just like looks at it and goes, he laughs now the entire rest of this scene.
So the camera, like the music comes on, the camera pans. He is now going on a spree of tyranny. That is incredible. Incredibly terrible, but also incredible.
So, like,
to watch.
The first guy is a guy who walks out of his house, just shoots him on his porch.
Straight shot. Guy did nothing wrong.
No, just came out, probably went to get the newspaper.
Probably had a great life, was going to go back in, probably make a roast.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe drop the kids off at school, like...
Could have been anything, literally.
Yep.
Maybe wanted to read the paper, go to the bookstore. Literally could have been anything.
Anything. He's dead.
He'll never have marshmallows again. It's a real fucking shame, though.
Yeah. So the next guy, he goes... and he grabs his trash can.
He wants to fucking take out the trash. That's all he wants to do.
He lifts the trash can up. And you just see Ricky perfectly behind it. And we get the iconic line.
Garbage day! Literally, like top decibel.
Like, I know it's like a famous meme. But like, how when you're making this movie, right?
Oh, garbage day.
Like, how is that? Like, you're like, that's the
line. That's good. That's going to sell this one.
Garbage day. It's the way his
garbage day.
This man can't talk without moving his entire body and face, head, mouth, like eyes.
My favorite scene, though, is actually when he first gets the gun and just looks, and the way the camera pans. It's just like he fucking discovered electricity for the first time. It's just like fucking going. I do love, like, this scene is just, the sequence is incredible.
Oh, my God. Because then, like, after, like, he does that, he's just, like, he keeps laughing again. He's just walking. He keeps looking at the gun and laughing at the gun.
I think he thinks, like, by looking at the gun, he's going to refill the ammunition in said gun.
Maybe. That would make sense. So then a car is just driving at him.
Start shooting at it.
And the car like perfectly goes off a perfectly built ramp to the side of the road. So this scene is actually very impressive because this is real. Like, there's actually a stunt double there that dodges that car, right? Because it looks like the car barely misses that guy.
I know, yeah.
Like, it's an impressive stunt, like, when you think about it. But it's still... The fact, though, also, when the car rolls, it just fucking explodes for no reason.
See the explosion?
Yeah.
What I would say is, like, this movie's plot, acting, dialogue is total garbage.
Yes. Day.
However, the production quality is not awful.
No. The explosion's awesome.
Yeah.
The stunt work I just mentioned was awesome, so...
Now, again, there's some corny practical stuff
Yeah.
that takes place in this movie, but, like, the actual, like, production quality is not bad, which is surprising for a movie like this.
I agree. So, he's going to now walk up into, like, the police officers. They now have a roadblock for him, and they're all got guns drawn, and he picks up his gun. And realistically, once he starts picking up the gun, the police would have opened fire.
Absolutely, yeah,
because they would have thought he was going to open fire on them. Instead, he puts it at his head, and they're like, no, don't do it.
Do that.
Life's too good. He's like, don't be an idiot.
How to save a life, where did... Like, literally the fray.
Yeah. So he pulls the trigger, no bullets. And that's where the line comes in. He's like, no bullets, young and stupid.
Oh, and the...
And the doctors,
yeah.
Now, Ricky, like, gets up and he walks towards the doctor, who has now just been... So this...
Yes.
This is the thing. Why was Ricky not tied up? Why did they just leave him? Every time a doctor talks to someone like that, they would be handcuffed. And
I believe he's dangerous. He's like he's a
serial killer. Yeah,
he's
he's a spree killer.
He's a spree killer. He killed like a bunch of people in a specific time frame. He would absolutely. He's violent.
Yes.
In a way, like even if there were to they could probably have someone in there.
A security guard would have to be in there or something.
Absolutely, this would have to be monitored in some way.
Instead, the doctor has been strangled with his own recording device. And then the screen goes black, and we just hear Ricky, like, murder... Oh, no. Well, yeah. He goes out and he, like, murders, like, the other...
How does he get out?
I don't know.
Yeah, like, that's another big thing. Like, this place is definitely, like, it's an institution. You can't just, like, walk out.
No.
I feel like the psychiatrist had keys to the exit. This guy's, like, locked in there.
Yeah. So Ricky has escaped.
The only thing I would mention that I actually liked was the fact that the guy was dead for a while. Probably since he's been telling the kids about it. I did like that, but that's really it. It's the only thing I liked about the movie.
Yeah. Well, you don't like this next part?
I mean, I enjoyed the scenes.
Yes.
They're terrible, though.
Well, because now Ricky is going to murder a Salvation Army Santa.
Correct.
Steal the Santa outfit.
Yes, he needs
Go
it.
to Mother Superior's house.
Why does he have to be in the Santa outfit? Because the way the parents died?
I got it. So, did you notice Mother Superior's address was 666?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they made
address.
blatantly obvious as he's hacking a door with an axe.
Yeah. Again, like, I guess linking the whole, like, she's, like, one of the pieces of their, like, PTSD with getting punished so bad. Like, they just get punished for, like, literally everything.
Everything,
So now they got to deal punishment in the form of, like, anybody that's wicked on Christmas.
The chase scene here is actually really funny at Mother Superior's, where she's, like, locked into the room, and she's, like, wheelchairing into the door to keep the door from opening.
Crafty, yeah. She buys some time, though.
She does, because the police know what's going on, and the police are headed to Mother Superior's. There's a scene, though, too, here, where Mother Superior takes a head dive down the stairs.
Oh, she takes a noser, for sure.
That would have probably killed her.
Yeah, I mean, she's super
Her
old.
tumors would have exploded.
She's got, like, 15 tumors on her face.
It's actually
like,
gross to look
like,
at.
Pussing.
Ugh. I feel like I'm watching The Brood. So he just, like, fucking... She's like, you've been very naughty again. Like, just hammering home the word naughty. He just cuts her head off.
Yeah. He absolutely just kills her.
Yeah.
I don't think you see it.
No. Well, you don't see...
Until the cops
you see
come in,
the
right?
swing... So, here's the thing. He swings down on her.
Correct. But her head is
cut
like that.
And her head is cut.
Horizontally.
Yes.
Correct.
So that is a glaring mistake.
Because I think what happens is, like, the police come in, and then, like, I think even the other, who probably wouldn't have been allowed to go in there, let's be honest.
The other nun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also, the other nun would not be the one they just let go up to a body.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she touches Mother Superior.
And the head falls off. And that's how you know the head's been severed. But we all know that Ricky wouldn't have been. I mean, this movie wouldn't have done that. They would, that like off screen, like he would have realized, oh, hack vertically and then swap that to hacking horizontally.
Yeah. He's like, wait, no, this is stupid.
Stop, Miss Slice. I gotta fix this.
Yeah, we gotta cut the right way. Ricky then is just like, the police don't even hesitate. They just shoot and kill Ricky.
Yeah, and doesn't he like fall out of a
window?
Out of the window. And then you think he's dead. You think so, but when the other nun sees the head, she's on the floor seeing the superior's head, she just screams, and then you just see Ricky just smirk, and you know that he's not dead.
Yeah.
So I guess he's going to be with bullets in him, exit this crime scene. I don't know how the third movie is.
Never seen it.
I know Ricky is in it. He is the killer in it, played by Bill Moseley.
Not this guy?
No.
They recast him. Why'd they recast him?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. It really, just nothing comes to mind.
That's crazy. I can't believe it. And they got a less inferior actor, Bill Moseley.
Much inferior actor.
It's a shame. Yeah. It's a real shame. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
That's it. It's the movie. Sets it up for a third one.
Okay. This movie.
Yeah, how do you review a movie like this? Because this is a movie it's like really like less than 40 minutes of actual like
new footage.
So
let's not talk about the first 48. Let's dive into the last 38. This movie, if it wasn't for the spree killing scene and Garbage Day, would be the worst movie ever made.
Yeah, probably.
But that scene is so iconic.
It really is. That's the thing. Now that comes to your review, that scene is such cult classic material.
Yes.
For like low budgets, like that is the scene of like listed in almost everybody's most hilarious death scenes.
Yes. So it's so good that I will not give this movie a 1 that it definitely deserves. I will give it a 2. Mm-hmm. Because that scene is a 10.
Yeah.
Surrounded by a 0.
Correct.
So I'm going to give the movie a 2. There's nothing to talk about. That's the thing. Like my review, I normally go into things, but it's like when more than half of the movie is the first movie, which I actually think I gave the first movie a 6.
I gave it a 6 as well.
I enjoyed the first movie.
Yes.
But I'm not watching the first movie. So I'm not, like, I can't even put that into my judgment of this movie because it's a different movie. So just going off of the fucking 38 minutes or whatever it is we get of new material, it's fucking terrible other than that Garbage Day scene. So I'm going to give it the 2. Because it's hilarious. Like, that's the thing. I would recommend people to start this movie at the 50-minute marker and watch it from there.
This movie came out 3 years after the first movie. Like,
yeah.
Why couldn't they just be like, have Ricky talk to the psychiatrist and be like, and that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
All those years ago. And like they could have wrote all of that out.
Yeah.
Could they not come up with a full at least hour 20 of content to fill this movie? They had to recycle that garbage. Why'd you even create this movie then?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They could have had Ricky recount what happened without just showing the entire other movie. You get being like Ricky, like, we're at an orphanage. Our parents were murdered. My brother was killed in front of me. That's like a 10-minute scene.
Yeah, or even if they literally could have just wrote it over with one line and nobody would have cared.
Agreed.
So this is like really hard to sit through for about 40. Like you're actually like kind of mad. Like you're like kind of mad. Like you had to sit through this.
Yeah.
But yeah, like whatever you said is true. The acting is like some of the worst you'll get. Like it's beyond terrible.
Yeah.
Hilarious but terrible. Like the kills are nothing is special at all. Like there's no like can't hold your hat on anything besides the one culminating scene where he just becomes a psycho and on like a street just killing people. Again, like it's even contrary to their base because like the whole thing is like they kill naughty people and like some of these people are just like taking out the garbage. So like I think they're just like he's too far gone at that point, I guess. It's a fucking 2. It's a definite 2. It's like really, really like horrible. Like,
it is what it is.
It is a tough sit, but the scene is so great, so entertaining that the 2 is warranted.
Yes.
I just hope the third is better.
We'll see. We'll
feel like you really cannot get worse.
We will review the third next December. We just don't know if it's going to be on the Monday or Friday show. We haven't decided which one we want to put it on yet.
Yeah.
But it will be next year.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like for the Necronomicon, should we just do the garbage day death just to honor the meme, or should we actually like do a different one?
So it would be it would be the garbage day is definitely like the way that shot is almost in like a really like a slower motion shot.
Do we just do that whole scene?
Like
is that breaking all of our rules?
What are like the notable deaths besides
the umbrella guy?
That's there's the guy that get the chip kill, the girlfriend kill. I actually like the garbage death. How about we do garbage day death and the umbrella death's pretty legit.
It is a good death.
Pretty fucking fun. He shoves an umbrella. I know you're saying like it should be the garbage day death. But I just don't want to bend the rules.
You're
Shane.
right. You're a guy. You've always been a stickler for the rules.
It's a blessing and a curse, really.
All right. So garbage day, umbrella.
Shoves an umbrella through this man's body.
It's garbage day.
You knew it would be. Fate's on point.
Garbage day. You are the most iconic part of this movie. This death here deserved to be in the Necronomicon strictly because it's the whole reason people talk about this movie.
Yeah.
If this death didn't happen, no one would talk about this movie. This movie would have been forgotten at the time. No one would have ever referenced it. Because of it, it is a timeless classic. You're the man taking out the trash, and a deranged man in a sweater vest is just like, garbage day.
Blue fucking sweater vest.
So for that, you had to be. It was only right that you're the death in the Necronomicon.
You know, this is the scene. Like that's the line in the kill that people remember.
Yeah.
But the reality is, the whole scene
is
entirely
iconic.
Is just so good. The whole thing
from start to finish, with like the cop getting the gun twisted into his head to
the second he picks up, he does the kill and gets the gun. From that point on, when he laughs, it's just like gold.
It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty, really. It really, really is.
It's like Rosalind Capital shit.
Yes. I love gold.
Yeah, well, I know you do.
Gold. It's great. It's great. So, I'm sad. It's the end of the holiday season for us.
Yeah.
No more Christmas movies.
Gotta wait another year for another Christmas movie.
We'll have to think of some good ones.
I mean, we will have some.
We always do.
We will have like we've referenced it on previous episodes. We have such a crazy good lineup coming up. Like, I don't even want to overhype it, but we have been reviewing a lot of obscure movies throughout this podcast. But I feel like now, at least for the first quarter of next year, we are reviewing a lot of like mainstream horror movies that are highly touted as some of the greats over like the last like 10 to 20 years.
Yes, it's a real shame because, as you all know, I really want January to be Harmony Korine month.
Awful. But
Brian would not budge on Harmony Korine month, but he did give me gummo for fucked up February. So I'll take something. But like Brian said, we got a lot of good ones coming up, but not just yet.
Oh.
First, we're doing something we haven't actually ever done on the podcast. For New Year's Eve, we are doing a New Year's Eve horror movie. We're actually going to stay a little topical, like a little holiday spirit.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the movie actually, the killer is the ghost of Dick Clark.
Yes, it's really creepy, really scary. We are reviewing the 1980 classic.
I feel like it's probably a classic.
Yeah, we're going to say classic. New Year's Evil. It is going to be a blast. So please, we'll be ringing in the new year with New Year's Evil.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. For Final Friday, we have a good New Year's Minutes to Midnight, which is going to be another fun one. I mean, I know people don't like tuning in for Mike G, but please tune in. Minutes to Midnight would be great.
I mean, you're getting better news on the platform now.
Yeah, no, with SNN, it's been taking off. So
yeah, I did recently subscribe to SNN Plus.
Oh, yes, please, everyone subscribe. It's only $100 a month.
Yeah.
So
great content.
With that said, we're the Final Podcast signing off, and we'll see you in the new year at the New Year's Evil party.
Evil. I am super excited for next week. I'm excited for the new year in general.
Me too.
It's going to be awesome. So so tune in next Monday for New Year's Evil. You know where to find us, www.thefinalpodcast.com. New episodes every Monday of The Final Podcast, every Friday for The Final Friday. We will see you guys next week. Enjoy the holidays, folks.